Chosen one, have you ever paused and wondered why people seem drawn to you even from afar? Whether it's a curious glance, a quiet observation, or the strange feeling that you're being watched even when no one seems near, there's a powerful truth beneath it all. You carry a light that others simply cannot ignore. This isn't a coincidence, it's a divine mark of your calling. But what exactly makes you so captivating? What hidden forces are at play behind the scenes, causing others to pay such close attention to your every move? In today's message, we're going to uncover 8 remarkable reasons why people are secretly watching you. These reasons go far beyond surface-level observations. They reveal deep spiritual truths about who you are, the mission you carry, and why your life is a magnet for attention. By the end of this journey, you won't just understand why others watch you, you'll gain renewed strength to stand confidently in the purpose God has placed within you. Before we begin, I invite you to comment 999 below. Let this number be your declaration that you're ready to fully embrace the truth of your identity and the powerful path God has prepared for you. To everyone who has supported this channel through Super Thanks, thank you. Your kindness and generosity fuel this mission of encouragement and light. You are not just helping this message grow, you're becoming part of a divine movement that touches lives in ways you may never fully see. I'm deeply grateful for your heart. As we explore these 8 profound reasons, keep one thing in mind. Your light does more than shine, it illuminates. It brings hope in a world filled with confusion. It awakens something in others, whether that's admiration, curiosity, or sometimes even envy. Why do people feel so compelled to watch you? Why do they examine your every step, even when they don't fully understand why? Stay with us to the end. The final reason is a revelation that will not only surprise you, will empower you to walk with boldness into your destiny. So, are you ready to uncover the mystery of why you always seem to be in the spotlight? Let's begin this eye-opening journey together, God's chosen ones. 8 reasons why people are watching you in secret. In a world often overwhelmed by darkness, your light shines brightly, and that light, though beautiful, awakens a complex blend of responses in others: admiration, curiosity, and yes, even envy. People are drawn to you, even if they can't explain why. They sense something higher, something divine, and it compels them to stay close, to observe you, and to seek answers through your life. By staying with us until the end of this message, you'll gain clarity on the reasons behind this attention. You'll also learn how to guard yourself from the negative energies that may arise when you carry such a powerful presence. And trust me, the final reason will leave you speechless. It's a revelation that won't just surprise you, it will empower you to step into your divine role with boldness and confidence. Are you ready to discover the mystery behind your influence? Are you prepared to understand the true power you hold? Let's begin this journey of transformation together. God's chosen ones. 8 reasons why everyone is secretly watching you. Chosen one, your presence carries a spiritual weight that's deeply felt by those around you. The energy you radiate is not just strong, it is deeply genuine, reaching into the core of human emotions. It's as if your light illuminates every shadowed corner of the soul, stirring feelings that range from joy to intense reflection. Have you noticed how people often respond emotionally when you're near? Some feel uplifted and inspired. Others may become anxious or uneasy, suddenly aware of things in themselves they've long ignored. This isn't coincidence, it's a clear reflection of the divine energy you carry. Your light doesn't just shine, it stirs hearts and sparks transformation. In the presence of a chosen one, something powerful happens. Have you ever had someone unexpectedly open up to you, sharing private thoughts and deep struggles without fully knowing why? That emotional pull is no accident. Just as the prophet Elijah stirred kings and nations with his presence, you too carry a force that cannot be ignored. You create an atmosphere where others feel safe, seen, and understood. When you enter a room, People take notice, not because of what you say, but because of what they feel. Your presence becomes a place of emotional safety, a spiritual mirror that reflects truth and stirs healing. And that is a power few possess. This power is evident in how even the most guarded hearts begin to open around you. People who normally hide their pain find themselves speaking freely, feeling heard, validated, and deeply seen. It's a reflection of how God uses His chosen ones to touch lives not through grand gestures, but through quiet, sincere presence. Just like Jesus, whose compassion and wisdom drew crowds, your spirit reflects God's love, and that love is magnetic. So what is it about you that stirs such a powerful response? Could it be your authenticity, your ability to be fully present and real in a world full of masks? Or is it the warmth of your soul that whispers to others, "You're safe here"? This connection is part of your divine assignment, to help others process their emotions, to be a vessel of healing, and to awaken something within them they didn't even know was there. The emotional space you create isn't fleeting, it's transformative. The impact you leave lingers long after you've walked away. Have you ever noticed that people reflect on their time with you, sometimes days or weeks later? That's not by accident. That's your gift at work. You're not just part of someone's day. You're part of their emotional and spiritual journey. And that chosen one eyes why they watch you, because they feel something real in a world full of illusions. Self-discovery is a powerful journey, and your interactions often leave a lasting impression, just like the prophet Nathan, who confronted King David about his sins and led him to repentance. In a similar way, your influence encourages people to examine their own lives. This kind of introspection is vital for spiritual growth. It helps others align more closely with God's will and gain a deeper understanding of their purpose. Your light acts as a guiding beacon. It leads people through their inner battles and helps them find the clarity they need to mature emotionally and spiritually. Isn't it incredible how your authenticity and presence can spark such meaningful transformation in others? Your ability to inspire reflection doesn't stop there, it drives people to take real action. Have you noticed how others begin making decisions that better align with their true selves after being around you? The emotions you stir motivate them to walk in their own integrity and purpose. You are a reminder that living with intention, courage, and truth is not just possible, it's necessary. Your life is living proof that pursuing a purpose-filled path is worth it. Every choice someone makes after encountering you reflects the emotional impact you've made. Just as the Apostle Paul inspired many to live boldly for Christ, your presence encourages others to embrace their calling and make positive changes. But your influence goes even deeper. Your emotional presence creates a yearning for genuine connection and community. People are drawn to you because, in your presence, they feel seen, heard, and accepted. You cultivate an atmosphere where people feel safe to express their emotions. Like Jesus, who built a loving community among believers, you foster a sense of belonging wherever you go. This connection doesn't just comfort, it transforms. It nurtures empathy and compassion. Have you noticed how people seem to develop a more caring perspective after being around you? They begin to see the world through softer, more understanding eyes. That shift in perception isn't random, it's the result of your influence. Like the Good Samaritan who stopped to care for a stranger, you inspire others to act with kindness and support. The emotional awareness you awaken in people is a gift tone that lingers and impacts how they relate to others long after you've gone. Every interaction you have becomes a lesson in compassion, integrity, and emotional depth. Your influence creates more than surface-level change, it sparks real transformation. Chosen one, your light does more than attract admiration, it also evokes subtle, unspoken envy. In a world that often values conformity and comfort, your brilliance stands out. You embody authenticity in a way many find hard to mirror. And for those still searching for their purpose, your presence becomes both an inspiration and a challenge. That discomfort you sometimes feel from others, it's not about you. It reflects their internal struggle, their fears, their insecurity, their longing for a light like yours. It's a natural reaction for someone to feel overshadowed when faced with the brilliance of another. This discomfort often disguises itself in the form of sarcastic remarks, subtle dismissals, or attempts to downplay your success. Have you ever noticed how certain people, instead of celebrating your victories, seem determined to diminish them? This reaction doesn't come from your shortcomings, it comes from their inability to see and embrace their own potential. Their envy is a reflection of unhealed fears and deep insecurities. When someone hasn't acknowledged or developed their own gifts, your light can feel threatening. In response, they may try to pull you down, not because they truly believe you're unworthy, but because your presence reminds them of what they haven't yet achieved. Much like the story of Cain and Abel, where Cain's jealousy over Abel's favor with God led him to destruction, envy often stems from spiritual unrest and emotional imbalance. Often this envy doesn't show up through direct confrontation, but through subtle behaviors, constant watching, passive-aggressive comments, or an unusual level of interest in your actions. Have you ever felt like everything you do is being monitored, as though someone is always waiting for you to slip just so they can feel better about themselves? That kind of scrutiny is exhausting, not just for the one observing, but also for you, the one under their gaze. Still, their watchfulness reveals a deeper truth. Your presence carries undeniable influence. Your light demands attention. They may not like it, they may not admit it, but they can't ignore it. And beyond the discomfort or criticism, envy sometimes turns into imitation. Have you ever noticed someone subtly copying your behavior, your style, or even your speech? It's not always open admiration, but it's a quiet form of flattery wrapped in denial. Their desire to mirror you shows they see something in you. They wish they had your confidence, your peace, your ability to stay true to your path. Even if they can't name it, they are reaching for something deeper by trying to replicate your essence. In a sense, they are aligning themselves with your brilliance, hoping that by walking in your footsteps, they too can shine. Chosen one, this reflection is not a burden, it's a confirmation. Your life, much like the Apostle Paul's, becomes a blueprint. People may resist you at first, but your transformation becomes a testimony. So, when you feel the sting of envy, or see someone imitating you, don't shrink. Instead, remember that your presence reveals possibility. You are showing others what's possible if only they're brave enough to step into the light. Their reaction is not proof of your failure, it's proof of your power. Staying true to yourself despite outside pressure forces others to confront their own inner struggles. That in itself is a powerful sign of your influence. Like a mirror that reflects both light and shadow, your presence reveals both the strengths and weaknesses of the people around you. Their reactions, whether admiration or envy, say more about their inner state than they do about you. Have you ever questioned why some people seem threatened by your success rather than uplifted by it? It's because your light brings their hidden insecurities to the surface. These parts of themselves, still unhealed or buried, become uncomfortable to face. Envy, in this context, is not a measure of your failure, it's proof of your profound effect. Just as the Apostle Paul stirred both love and resistance wherever he went, your presence too brings a spectrum of responses, but none of it changes the truth. Your light makes an impact. Over time, even envy can shift. When people begin to face their own flaws and accept who they are, they start to view your authenticity differently. The qualities that once made them uncomfortable may grow into admiration. Imagine how many lives are being transformed just by your example, even if those changes aren't spoken out loud. As others watch your consistency, your grace, and your boldness, they may start to believe that they too can rise into their own light. Your authenticity does more than expose pain, it offers the hope of growth. Like David, a flawed but faithful man after God's own heart, Your realness inspires others to walk their own paths with more integrity. The discomfort your presence causes becomes a catalyst for inner transformation. It causes people to ask, "Why does this person make me feel this way?" That question, while hard, is a doorway to healing. Even when your presence causes discomfort, you are planting seeds of change. Every sideways glance, every whispered remark, every sarcastic comment, they are proof of your power. Just as Jesus was rejected and envied but never wavered, your mission remains clear. Your light is not just for you, it's meant to guide others out of their own darkness. As you continue walking in truth, even those who once envied you will begin to respect you. Some will quietly admire you from a distance. Others will begin to shift their own lives because of what your example awakened in them. Your presence carries healing, influence, and power even when it's resisted. Chosen one, your authenticity is a force that cannot be ignored. It invites people to grow, challenges them to confront their inner barriers, and inspires them to rise higher. Even if they don't fully understand it yet, your light is making a difference. Let that truth guide you forward. The curiosity people have about you isn't just about who you are, it's about what sets you apart. They're drawn to how you seem deeply connected to something greater, something beyond their current understanding. It awakens a yearning within them, a longing to experience the same clarity and purpose that you walk in each day. This curiosity often surfaces in the form of direct questions. People may ask about your faith, your past experiences, or the source of your strength. They want to understand what keeps you so grounded and unwavering. What they may not realize is that their pursuit of understanding you is also a journey inward. In their desire to unlock your secrets, they begin to discover parts of themselves they've long ignored. Have you ever noticed how conversations about your beliefs often cause others to reflect on their own lives? Your authenticity acts like a mirror that reflects their hidden hopes, questions, and potential. Just by being yourself, you encourage others to awaken their own inner light. Curiosity doesn't always remain surface level. Some people go further, seeking answers about you through others, or quietly observing your behavior. They aren't gossiping, they're looking for insight, hoping to grasp what fuels your peace, your clarity, and your sense of direction. Your life becomes a silent testimony, guiding others who are trying to navigate their own uncertainty. Much like the early disciples who followed Jesus in search of truth and guidance, people around you often feel that there is something sacred about your presence. Even if they can't express it openly, they are drawn to you, feeling that by staying close, they can receive a portion of the spiritual insight you carry. Over time, this curiosity deepens. People begin to crave connection not out of neediness, but out of admiration. They want to share space with you, learn from your journey, and experience the peace you radiate. In your everyday moments, you become a source of inspiration, a living example of what it means to walk in faith and truth. Through your interactions, people are often led into deep self-reflection. They start questioning their decisions, their beliefs, and their paths. Your presence sparks this process, urging them to face parts of themselves they've hidden or neglected. It inspires growth. This transformation doesn't stop at reflection, it often leads to imitation. You may notice others beginning to mirror your words, your habits, even your values. They may not realize it, but they're trying to grasp what you have. Your authenticity becomes a blueprint for what's possible. The way you live honestly, intentionally, and with divine purpose becomes a standard they quietly aspire to. Your light is powerful, and the curiosity you stir in others, it's not accidental, it's part of your calling. Through your presence, others are inspired to step into their own potential, drawn to the truth you carry and the life you so courageously live. Just as the Apostle Paul inspired many to follow his example, others around you may start to shape their lives around the qualities they admire in you. This behavior, though often unconscious, is a powerful reflection of the deep influence you have on those in your presence. Your energy is magnetic, and the curiosity you stir is undeniable proof that you are creating meaningful impact in the lives of others. Every question asked and every subtle imitation is a tribute to the strength and authenticity of your spirit. People are drawn to you not only because of what you do, but because of who you are. Your energy reflects the untapped potential within them. Your life becomes a living example of what is possible, motivating others to rise into their higher selves. Your light is transformative, it uplifts, it inspires, and it guides. Like a lighthouse standing firm through the storm, you illuminate the path for others, helping them find their own route to truth, purpose, and spiritual awakening. Chosen one, your presence holds something uniquely powerful. It creates a deep sense of peace and protection for those around you. It's as if your very energy carries a calming, steadying force, forming a kind of safe haven for anyone who enters your space. People gravitate toward you not only for the wisdom you carry, but for the peace they feel when they're near you. This sense of security is a clear reflection of the deep emotional and spiritual influence you have. Your light doesn't just reveal what's hidden, it brings comfort. It calms anxious hearts and offers sanctuary in a world often filled with chaos and noise. Have you noticed how others seem to relax around you, their worries easing just from being in your presence? Without even speaking, you become a protector. Like the shepherd in Psalm 23 who leads his flock beside still waters, you exude a quiet confidence that reassures and uplifts. This feeling of protection encourages openness. People share their fears, their pain, and their dreams with you, trusting that they will be met with compassion rather than judgment. You create a space where others feel seen, safe, and accepted, a sacred environment where healing begins. But the power of your presence goes beyond comfort. It instills strength. Knowing they can lean on you gives people the courage to face their struggles. Your unwavering energy becomes a reminder that they are not alone. You act as a shield, helping them move forward with resilience. Like Paul reminding believers that God is our refuge and strength, you embody that same reassurance. Your presence inspires a deep desire for reciprocity. When others experience your kindness, they are moved to offer the same in return. What you create is not just comfort, it is connection. A cycle of trust, support, and shared strength, where both you and those around you grow stronger together. Strengthening the bonds of trust and community, this mutual exchange is a powerful reminder of how your light fosters an environment rooted in care and compassion. It's a place where people not only support each other, but actively contribute to the well-being of those around them. The sense of protection you provide doesn't just benefit those you engage with, it creates a ripple effect, encouraging a stronger sense of unity and interconnectedness. In turn, the safety and guidance you offer often lead to meaningful transformations in the lives of others. Have you ever seen someone change for the better simply because they felt safe in your presence? It's as if your light gives them permission to step into their own power, to make choices that reflect who they truly are. Using your example, they start to approach life with more boldness, trusting that they too can face trials and rise. Your presence becomes a compass, guiding others on their journey of growth and self-awareness. They feel stirred to reach higher, do more, and become more. Like the Israelites being led through the wilderness by God's hand, your influence guides others toward their truest potential, encouraging them to chase dreams and live with focus and purpose. This feeling of protection also builds inner confidence. People who feel safe and supported in your presence often experience personal shifts, deep, internal changes that move them to pursue their goals with new determination. Your ability to create a space of security and empowerment gives them strength to overcome barriers that once felt impossible. They wake up clearer, more focused, and more driven to follow through. Just as God gave strength to Joshua before he led the Israelites into the Promised Land, your presence instills faith and clarity in those around you. You help them believe in what they once doubted. Your influence becomes the solid foundation from which others build dreams, direction, and confidence. In all you do, you are living proof of the power of protection and guidance. Your light not only comforts, it inspires. It calls others to grow braver, stronger, and more aligned with who they were always meant to be. By offering the feeling of safety, you help others uncover their resilience and pursue lives of deeper meaning. Your role as a protector is more than a blessing. It's a sacred reminder that we're all connected, each of us capable of offering care, strength, and support. Through your light, you create a wave of positivity, growth, and encouragement. Chosen one, your presence awakens something divine in others. It stirs a spiritual Aranessa yearning to understand life's mysteries. Have you ever noticed how your energy draws people in, making them question, reflect, and seek more? Just as Jesus' light drew multitudes to his truth, your light compels others to look beyond the surface and search for deeper meaning. This spiritual awakening is powerful. It begins with curiosity, but it grows into transformation, a longing to connect with truth, with the divine, and with their own higher purpose. How often have you seen others suddenly inspired to explore their spirituality because of the subtle shift your presence creates? In Jeremiah 29-13, God promises, "You will seek me and find me when you seek me with all your heart." Your presence becomes that spark, a moment where people begin to genuinely seek understanding, motivated by the light you naturally carry. As this spiritual awakening unfolds, people often start to make meaningful and intentional changes in their lives. Their choices become more aligned with their spiritual values, and they begin to seek a life rooted in purpose and truth. This mirrors the calling Jesus gave to his disciples in Matthew 4:19, when he said, "Follow me, and I will make you fishers of men." Just as they left behind their old lives to follow a higher calling, those around you feel a powerful urge to live more authentically, guided by the spiritual clarity your example offers. Have you ever seen someone start making bold, life-changing decisions simply because of the example you set? Your authenticity becomes the catalyst for their transformation, encouraging them to step into the lives they were always meant to live. The awakening you inspire doesn't stop at lifestyle changes. It leads people into a deeper connection with the divine. Like the psalmist wrote, "As the deer pants for streams of water, so my soul pants for you, my God." Psalm 42:1. Those near you begin to hunger for a stronger, more personal relationship with something greater than themselves. Your light acts as a beacon, pointing them toward that higher purpose and calling them to deepen their own walk with God. Have you noticed how people near you begin to explore prayer, meditation, or spiritual reflection more seriously, almost as if your presence reminds them of something sacred within themselves? This awakening, which starts as an inner stirring, becomes outwardly visible. People start to act on their new understanding. They make bolder choices, pursue their dreams, and walk with a confidence rooted in faith. Philippians 4:13 reminds us, "I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me." In your presence, people begin to believe this. They rise with a new determination, inspired by the strength and peace you embody. Just as Paul urged believers to run with perseverance the race marked out for us, Hebrews 12:1, your example motivates others to press forward, to grow spiritually, and to align their lives with their true calling. Have you witnessed someone uncertain of their direction, who after encountering you began moving boldly toward their destiny? This isn't just clarity, it's purpose. You embody the essence of spiritual awakening. Like a shepherd leading others beside still waters, Psalm 23:2, you help guide people to peace and meaning. Your presence doesn't only inspire, it empowers. people begin to realize that with their spiritual values as their compass, they can overcome anything. And through you, they remember that they are part of a divine plan called chosen and capable. Pursue your dreams and live with purpose just as Jesus called his disciples to follow him. You are calling others to walk their own divine path, guiding them toward a life of authenticity, meaning, and spiritual fulfillment. Chosen one, your presence serves as a beacon for the hopes and aspirations of those around you. It's as if you carry within you the dreams of others, people who see in you the reflection of what they long to become. Your enlightened presence, paired with the way you live intentionally and truthfully, makes you more than just a role model. You become a living reminder of what is possible. Have you ever noticed how people seem to view you as the embodiment of their highest potential? In your actions, they see the life they want to live, and in your spirit, they feel the strength they wish to hold. This projection isn't random. It's a direct reflection of the profound influence you have. Just like a mirror, your presence reflects back to them their own dreams, their buried gifts, and the person they could become. This projection often expresses itself in small yet significant ways. Imitative behavior, for example. People begin to mimic your mannerisms, echo your words, or adopt your style, often without realizing it. But this is not weakness. It's a sign of your deep impact. Like the disciples who were inspired by the life and teachings of Jesus, those around you are drawn to replicate the peace, clarity, and confidence you carry. Your example becomes a model of the life they long for. But your influence does more than inspire imitation, it triggers introspection. As people observe the way you live with intention and spiritual focus, they are prompted to reflect on their own lives. Am I being true to myself? Am I walking in purpose? These are the questions that begin to arise in their minds. Your life becomes a catalyst for transformation. The clarity you embody helps others see their own path more clearly. You become a mirror that shows others not only what they are, but who they are meant to be. Just as the prophet Samuel helped guide the future kings of Israel, your light leads others to recognize the divine calling on their lives. Your presence reminds them that they are capable of more and made for more. This projection of admiration and longing also reveals itself in a desire for connection. People want to be near you, to hear your story, and to learn from your experience. In connecting with you, they feel they are drawing closer to something greater, something spiritual, healing, and transformative. Like the disciples who gathered around Jesus to gain wisdom, others are drawn to your light, hoping it will ignite something within themselves. Your presence creates a space where growth feels possible and purpose becomes clear, a place where others are reminded of the divine spark they carry too. They begin to see the path to their own transformation, just as the woman with the issue of blood reached out, knowing that touching Jesus' garment would heal her. Mark 5:28. People instinctively reach toward you, hoping to be inspired or restored by your presence. The projection of their dreams doesn't end in admiration, it often leads to real, life-changing decisions. When people reflect on your example, they feel empowered to align their lives more closely with their values, passions, and God-given purpose. Like Abraham, who was called to leave his comfort zone and step into the unknown with faith, Genesis 12:1-3, your light gives them the courage to believe that they too can live authentically and pursue what once seemed out of reach. Each day, they rise with a renewed sense of determination, emboldened by the life you live. This shift is more than temporary. It is the beginning of a more fulfilling, purpose-driven existence. Your presence becomes their compass, helping them navigate with clarity despite life's uncertainty. You show them that living out their dreams isn't just possible, it's necessary. You, chosen one, are a living example of what it means to walk with purpose. The ripple effect of your life continues, stirring others to step into their own power. Your authenticity inspires them to chase after their highest potential. Your journey doesn't only reflect your growth, it becomes a catalyst for the growth of others. There's something captivating about you. A magnetic pull surrounds your presence. You don't need to say a word, your very essence carries a sacred energy. When you enter a room, the atmosphere changes. It becomes more vibrant, more alive. Even those unaware of the shift feel it. Like moths to a flame, they are drawn to you. In crowded rooms, you've probably felt eyes find their way to you again and again. It's not merely curiosity, it's spiritual. People are quietly stirred by the energy you radiate. Whispers form, glances linger. They can't quite place what it is, but they know you carry something they need to understand. Just as Christ's light drew crowds, not just for his words, but for who he was, your light calls to something deeper within people. They may not understand it, but they feel it, a fascination rooted in the desire to touch the divine, to be near holiness, to be changed. This is your gift. With awe in their eyes, people may feel small in comparison to your light, yet deeply inspired to seek more. Your presence doesn't just brighten the room, it reaches into the hidden corners of souls, stirring quiet reflection in those who encounter you. Have you noticed how people look at you not only with admiration, but with a deep desire to understand what makes you so distinct, so real? Like a lone star shining in a night sky, you illuminate what was once hidden in darkness. You become a Gideon inspiration for those seeking clarity. But this light isn't without discomfort. Much like the sun that can warm and blind, your energy brings truth into focus, truth that some would rather avoid. Your presence exposes what people try to hide, compelling them to face aspects of themselves they've long ignored. This inner conflict, the mixture of awe and unease, often places people at a crossroads. They feel drawn to you, yet are unsettled by the honesty you reflect. You are a mirror, showing both their strength and their hidden vulnerabilities. Just as Paul explained in Ephesians 5:13 that the light of Christ exposes all things, your light reveals both the beauty and the brokenness within others. People may not be ready to face themselves, but when they're near you, they're invited to do exactly that. You trigger awareness, sometimes painful, sometimes liberating. Have you seen how people either drift away or move closer after spending time with you? That's because your light calls them inward, encouraging self-examination. You're not just intriguing, you are transformative. Your presence, like a divine spotlight, brings what's hidden to the surface. And while that may be uncomfortable, it's essential. You are like the refining fire in Malachi 3:3, purifying, revealing, and ultimately reshaping those who come into your orbit. People aren't simply admiring your light from afar, they are being changed by it. Your presence reminds them of their own greatness and the flaws they must address. You show them that growth is possible, that healing is real, that God's plan includes their transformation too. Like a lighthouse guiding ships through a storm, you offer direction. Even if the path is unfamiliar or hard, your light gives others hope. You help them see what's possible. Chosen one, the fascination you awaken is a clear sign of your impact. You don't just walk through life unnoticed, you shift the atmosphere. Even when it's silent, even when it's subtle, people are affected by you. Every glance, every quiet sigh, every moment of reflection, they're all evidence of the divine light you carry. You are more than admired. You are remembered because your light transforms everything it touches. Sometimes, just like Jesus stirred discomfort in those he encountered, your presence too is a reflection of divine purpose, a light that reveals truth, even when it makes others uneasy. Have you ever paused to consider why people seem naturally drawn to you, as if trying to absorb the energy you carry? They sense there's something special within you, something they need to understand even if they can't quite explain it. This attraction often causes people to act in ways even they don't fully grasp. You may notice how they seek your attention, drift closer to you, or linger in your presence, unsure why. It's as if your energy reaches into places within them they didn't know were empty, offering direction, comfort, and a sense of peace. This pull isn't always loud or obvious, but it's felt deeply. You've likely seen the sideways glances, the quiet watching from across the room, or the subtle shifts in posture when you speak. These signs are not random, they reveal the deep curiosity others have about you. Just as the crowds followed Jesus, drawn by something beyond words, people are magnetically attracted to your light, even if they can't define the source of their fascination. They might avoid eye contact, yet you feel their gaze. They follow your movements, they listen intently to your voice. Have you ever noticed how some people ask vague or seemingly casual questions that feel deeper than they sound? It's because they're trying to understand you without revealing just how interested they truly are. This quiet investigation can evolve into a deeper analysis. People begin studying how you speak, how you respond to others, and even how you carry yourself. Your presence becomes something they reflect on, something they feel the need to decipher, hoping to find the reason behind the peace, power, or clarity you seem to radiate. This is more than admiration. It's a deep longing to understand the light that lives within you. You may not ask for the attention, but the energy you carry naturally makes you a source of intrigue. Like a mystery waiting to be unlocked, people analyze and reflect on everything you do. They aren't just seeing your actions, they're sensing something more, something sacred, something that touches their soul. The fascination you inspire is a testament to the deep impact you have. Your life becomes a living lesson, your presence a message that echoes long after you've left. People carry your words, your energy, and your wisdom with them, proof that your light still shines, even in your absence. This is no accident. It's a reflection of the divine purpose within you. The profound impact you have on others doesn't fade with distance, it lingers, echoing in the deepest parts of those you've touched. This fascination you ignite often sparks an inward journey for others, compelling them to confront their hidden insecurities and long-ignored emotions. Your presence naturally pushes people to face the parts of themselves they may have kept buried. Just as light uncovers hidden flaws, your spiritual light shines into the shadowed corners of the heart, prompting much-needed self-reflection. In the same way Christ's teachings revealed the hidden thoughts of those around him, your presence becomes a mirror. It reflects not only what people show the world, but also what they keep hidden within. Have you ever noticed how someone seems more thoughtful after speaking with you? As if something within them was stirred, something they hadn't recognized until your presence brought it to light. This self-confrontation can feel uncomfortable, even painful, but it's also essential. As the Apostle Paul reminded us in Romans 5:3-4, trials produce perseverance, character, and ultimately hope. Likewise, your presence initiates a process of refinement. What starts as discomfort is actually transformation in motion, an invitation to grow, to evolve, to reach higher. Your light doesn't merely brighten the spaces you enter, it awakens the dormant parts of others. Even in silence, you inspire change. Each glance, each lingering thought after an interaction is evidence of the energy you carry. The intrigue you awaken, often silent, sometimes unspoken, is real. Your presence initiates shifts in others, subtle yet significant, like the sun whose warmth is felt long after it sets. People are drawn to you not just because of your presence, but because of what your energy evokes within them. It prompts them to look inward, to question, to evolve. You become a quiet force for growth, a gentle catalyst for personal transformation in even the smallest moments. Chosen one, you are not just a person, you are a living expression of human potential. Your light reveals what's possible when someone walks in purpose. Every challenge you endure becomes another testimony to your inner strength. Your ability to rise above trials is not just resilience, it's inspiration. You're not simply surviving life. You are embodying divine potential, showing others what can be achieved when we align with our calling. Have you ever considered that even your appearance in someone's dream is not coincidence? It's evidence of how deeply your light touches other seven, reaching into the subconscious. Like a lighthouse on a dark sea, your influence guides others toward healing, purpose, and transformation. Even in stillness, people sense the pull of your energy. That pull is your light radiating far beyond words, touching souls. Just like the Israelites walked through the wilderness before finding the promised land, your journey is one of testing, growing, and rising. Every step you take forward becomes a lighted path for someone else to follow. Every step you take brings you closer to fulfilling your sacred mission. The journey may be difficult, but your resilience and inner strength are clear reflections of the divine purpose planted within you. Each obstacle you rise above is not only a personal victory, it is a light for others, showing them that it's possible to keep going. Have you ever realized how your story, no matter how painful, encourages others to find their own courage? You are leading by action, not just by words. Your calling is holy and essential. It's no accident that you've been chosen for this path. The divine presence in your life is unmistakable. It's evident in the way you rise again and again, meeting every challenge with unwavering faith. Your mission is not only about personal growth, it's a beacon of hope for a world in need of healing. That is why you must keep moving forward, no matter how heavy the burden may feel. Remember, every small step, every victory over hardship, strengthens not just your own resolve, it lifts those around you. You are not walking this path alone or for your own sake. You are walking for generations, for healing, for transformation. Just as Christ bore the cross for the salvation of others, your path, though demanding, is sacred, purposeful, and life-changing. So keep pressing forward, keep letting your light shine. Every step fulfills a divine assignment that will continue to change lives for the better. As we've explored today, there are powerful reasons why people are silently watching you. The divine covering, favor, and mission on your life are undeniable. It's no surprise that others are drawn to your energy. You are living proof that when God chooses someone, that person begins to radiate in a way that cannot be ignored, whether met with admiration or resistance. But above all else, remember this: God's eyes are always on you. His hand is guiding you, His Spirit is strengthening you, and His love is surrounding you. When the world watches, know that heaven watches even more. Your purpose is protected. If this message has touched your heart, we invite you to consider supporting our work through a super thanks. Every gift helps us keep sharing these uplifting truths, and we are deeply grateful for your kindness. Whether you give or not, your presence here is a blessing. Your faith, your heart, your journey, they all matter. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Share this message with others who need encouragement. Together, we can shine God's light even farther. May you walk boldly in the calling on your life, knowing that you are never alone. God's favor, guidance, and protection go with you always.